Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with Third Reich events, the preview early version installed. So, let's keep moving. We are shifting the great bulk of our army west. We're going to keep a border watch here. Against possible Soviet intrusion as well, though. These guys. Let's send them here. There we have a military factory available. Now let's see if we can trade here. Got Romania sort of maxed out. Just want to say, I think many people are missing some great conversations that have been had on the messages, because sometimes they happen weeks or months later than the original release of the event, that have some very interesting viewers to this channel. At least I think they're interesting to talk to. Sometimes we're talking modern politics, other times... Okay, let's see about these guys. We're going to move you to the Western Front. These... Oh, wait a minute, no, these are already... Western Front, okay. That's where this one went wrong. Be attached there. Coming west. These are my occupation forces in the east. So, yeah, like I was saying, we miss a lot of good, interesting, sometimes very informative chats. Okay, we've gotten improved mountain troops. In 1940, so... do that. I'll help out our research overall. Once we get it achieved. Let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, well, getting all these port strikes, and yeah. Okay, so what we need to do move all all of these to East Prussia. Just to make sure I get this far. Unfortunately, they've yet to... Can we just stop filing those? Yet to fix the problem of port strikes. And that the air power should be able to deal real blows to them, especially if you control the air. Okay, well, let's improve our artillery since about everything has artillery. And more factories. Okay, well, let's move him up to the top. Since he, well, almost complete. Almost complete, getting completed and out of the way. Oh, they're hunting our subs. Yeah. Okay, we also need to change that now to Rheinmetall, so that it improves our research of the artillery. I was just thinking before starting this that they've really done some really nice things that improve. Sorry if I'm being a little distracted. And have improved my ability to mod things, but there's still just a lot of things out there that I'm missing as well. So I just don't think it's ready yet. Oh, we're getting... Okay, well. There we go. Yeah, we can move one of our... Now, mentioning that, these are our Garrison divisions. Okay, we got military police, so... Again, like... You know, like I was just saying, the game isn't really ready yet, in my opinion. But there's wondrous things about it, and it's just here. Now, of course, again, this is both wondrous and not ready yet. Unfortunately, these have been made with weapons level 2 instead of weapons level 1. And stuck in it. Probably partly my problem. My reserves. We're going to remove those so that it will hopefully funnel for all those garrison divisions. Again, like I'm saying, you know, they have some wonderful new features that I'm still not entirely familiar with. I'm focusing on modding my areas, but just the idea that we have captured Czech weapons, captured, or however you want to call it, Austrian weapons, as well as German weapons. Now, where I see it as not being finished is it says weapons 1. I mean, that's you know, in my opinion, entirely uncreative. That they could have, you know, bolt action rifle, or now, of course, I'm a weapons sort of guy, so I would specify, you know, the various models of bolt action weapons. But okay, that's beyond a lot of players. But you could have just said, you know, bolt action submachine guns or something like that. That would have just added that little bit more to the game. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's select these guys. We're going to put them out. Hopefully get these subs. And I have moved a bunch of fighter units east. Okay, just making sure they're either northern France or western Germany, and they don't think they should be. The ground attack can be standing by. Yeah, I see bombers western Poland. Don't want them bombing France until I'm getting ready to attack. No, we don't want you to stand by, we want you to... be operational, or be ready to be operational. Yeah, we'll get those guys assigned. Close it off in there. Well, we have just the thing for that. Okay, we're fixing too much infrastructure at the moment, so let's build some more factories. There we go. Okay, yeah, this really isn't delaying us much. So what we want to do here is these things sort of happen simultaneously, but we're going to go around Maginot here next. This next version of TRE that I'm building is going to be better than any TRE before it. There are some really good improvements. Some of the events will just unfortunately be eye candy for now. They may, especially once I start building a Black Ice version of the game. They may take advantage of a bunch of those elements. Let's go for some more trucks. And okay, we've got a lot of air experience. I want to build even better. But, oh no, that. What I wanted to do is keep clicking on the wrong spot. Well, and long click. There we go. Let me click here. I want to make an improved variant here. I can afford that, so we're gonna. And we're going to convert B109s to A's to B's. Okay, another interesting event. See, I did want to play some of the War to partially just to play the war and see how it was going, but also to show some of the events that will happen after. Now this reps national unity a bit. There's the full text, and you can see it translated into English up there. Light is the bomber's safest target. Basically, these were notices that they put out around cities to remind people, encourage people, whatever, to, you know, blackouts for nights. So I'm presuming, you know, we can see we are being bombed, but presuming that we're at war, we will be bombed, whether it's those port strikes or something else. So we get a minor national unity hit there. just a 1%, but still. And that is a real period. And another ace pilot. I should do a German version of that. Yeah, I will. Just of the photo, or the image, to go here. Oh, Soviet Union either is really afraid of Hungary or thinks they're going to invade it. Seeing that Hungary is my faction currently. I don't think they are. Okay, this is another interesting historical event. If you've been watching the full series, you've seen some earlier ones, but these are a couple of photos and an image of a badge that the Japanese made and gave to at least the Hitler Youth that went. This is another Hitler Youth visit to Japan that happened during the war at approximately this time, in July 1940. And now these, unlike the earlier one, this is a smaller group. And these are sort of Hitler Youth leaders, if you will, in the sense that these are older boys that are probably just about ready to age out and go into the RAD, the Reich Arbeitsdienst, probably butchering that too, but the RAD, the National Labor Service, as opposed to some of the earlier one was a bit. They had a few of these age guys, the guys in sort of the black uniforms. That's sort of the adult with them, in the brown. I had a few of those and some of the younger ones in the previous one, but these were a bit older. And so what they had to do to get to Japan at this time, I know I've talked about this in the Black Ice series in this event, is that they took a train all the way across the Soviet Union. Remember, you have the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact going on at the time, all the way at least somewhere. Now, of course, Manchuria was fully under Japanese control, but somewhere they transferred into Japanese-controlled territory and then flew from Manchuria or Korea or wherever to Japan. Had their visit for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was, seeing the sights, shooting Japanese foes and around, doing good sort of relations for Japan, and then came back the opposite way. They, back to Manchuria, took the train all the way across the Soviet Union, back to German-controlled territory. So we get, cost us a little political power to do so, but we get improved relations with Japan. Now they are already in the Axis, but still, things could be different. Your choices could make a difference, and they're not yet in, and you want the relations bonus. Okay, now we've got war goals that we can hit there. Let's start taking a quick look at. And Japan needs to deal with this pocket bubble, pocket whatever bursting. Now, if they're using that, he is fully organized, so he didn't just land off the ship and waiting to get organized. Sitting back here again, I'm bitching about the AI, where that should be a motorized division should be used maybe to pound these guys or somebody. But oh well, okay. need to have that one there too. There we go. Stugs. Okay, we have available war goals here. So I don't see a good reason why not to start this now. We're in July. It's good, so we want to declare war, conquer. Yeah. I don't know why we're conquering France. Belgium. And we're declaring war on the... No, not on Luxembourg. I don't want to do Luxembourg just yet. Slow that up. Yes, you all joined the Allies. I just lost my rubber. I know I did. Sort of the exploit. So right now, a World War I scenario is because of this current system, and you don't get the stockpiles. And I agree that there's some of the debates going on the forums. The stockpiles were a bit too big in Hearts of Iron 3, but the idea that you don't get any stockpiles, and because of their oil and because of their rubber, it is very good to very smart, shall we say. So just leave the Netherlands alone. And get their rubber. Send them the Panzers. They're all light Panzers right now. Hopefully that'll turn the tide here. Oh, and the other thing we should be doing, we haven't yet really. We have the fighters up, but let's get don't need naval strikes, so we're just going. And we've got the bombers. Don't really want to do strategic bombing. We're going to do some strategic bombing on Britain. I think that would be a good use. Okay, that should help overwhelm all that air power. Now we have multiple directions, air support. Enemy has air superiority, that's not good. Well, sort of waiting to see French reinforcement here. Damn, Belgian army. These may not be divisions equal to my own, but it's way too freaking strong. Well, now we sort of been given over to the French, I see. But I want to see French flags. I see British flags there. Oh good, we're already there. Oh, now I'm going to throw in the motorized forces and the Guderian there. Really, another thing I miss is air reconnaissance from Hearts of Iron 4. I love these factories. Now let's see what this is telling me. Okay, we need more Tote anti-aircraft by a lot. We're using it more than those than we're making, but we have huge amounts of reserves. Fighters, okay, we've taken some heavy losses. So, fighters it is. And what we're going to do here is huge reserves there. We're going to start a new production line there. Some medium tanks as well. Now we're seeing fairly large amounts of French flags up there. So, well, we're going to save that for next episode. Seeing about declaring war on Luxembourg and smashing through there. So, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. Please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. And of course, tell your friends or your enemies or whoever to come and watch the channel. Love you to do that as much as you can. Thanks so much. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.